This was almost my wake-up place. I'm in Newcastle. I've been hanging around here for a couple of days now. Under the cover of darkness at the moment. It's, about 6:15 or so. Just waiting for the sun to come up. I did try to sleep here last night, but it was a popular spot with all the hoons, and there were people doing burnouts and stuff everywhere. It was pretty noisy last night, so I ended up packing up and moving out somewhere else, probably about 9 o'clock. First place I went to was somewhere I hadn't tried before, sort of an industrial area, and it turned out there was a bit of a party going on there, so a lot of music and then just people staggering out at all times. And then I moved back to another spot where I'd stayed once before. Very good spot, actually. It's sort of up near some water tanks. I'm not giving this one up. So it's in a residential area. It's just off a main road, but it's far enough not to be noisy, and passing traffic can't see you basically. So it's a really good spot. So I came back down here this morning just to watch out for some sea life, basically. Yesterday there were whales all along here, and there was actually a pod of about 20 or 30 dolphins just down right in front of us here, just in this area here. It was really quite amazing because they were surfing next to all the surfers. It was hilarious. It's a popular spot here. Coming down to the Bogey Hole. This is a pretty wild swimming spot. They must have a better cold tolerance than me. Bloody hell, I'm freezing standing out here. Although it's probably warmer in the water. Well, this is certainly a popular spot for people like me. No wonder it's a popular spot. I did ride my bike through here yesterday. I'm pretty sure there's quite a few vans that I saw yesterday that have not moved. I know there's some vehicles that are not capable of moving. It's kind of a free parking area, all day parking, so I think just people gravitate down here so they can wander around the city. It's quite nice around here. So I was going to park there just for the day and then wander around, but there's a lot of rain coming, so what I might do, I want to go up to this Scratchley Fort and have a bit of a look around that. So I'm going to go and actually park in their car park if I can get a spot, and then at least if it rains, I've only got a short walk. Yeah, should be interesting. So apparently there's free entry into this place, but there is a tunnel tour, which I think is about $13.50. I asked yesterday when I rode my bike up here, so I might do that. It sounds like a bit of fun. Alright, so $14 to book into a tunnel tour. We're going in for 11:31. It's only 10 o'clock now, so I've got a bit of time just to wander around this place. It's going to start raining, so I figured I'll walk around the outside first, and then we can be in the tunnels when the rain sets in. Shark. That's a little weird. So even if you're not a fan of the whole war historical type thing, which is basically me, I've got a passing interest, the view is awesome. And the lighthouse down the point is open on weekends apparently, so that will be the next thing to have a look at. There you go, it looks like they've got a pretty detailed history there for those that are into reading. It's obviously not going to be able to read this, but it's quite interesting, right? That, Australia was founded in 1788. And what they're saying here is in 1799 we'd already started exporting coal and timber out of this area, and by 1804 they've set up mines. That's amazing. There you go, this says fort was completed in 1882. There you go. It's interesting, shows what's below ground in this place. I guess that's where we'll go on the tunnel tour, I guess.
You see here the workers assembling a projectile for the fort's artillery. They also filled silk charge bags in full charge and half charge sizes. When firing, charge bags were loaded into
So there's your double doors. Stairs to number 1, stairs to number 2. If we had children with us, you've got this 5 then. So I don't tell you, you can toys and he used these doors. Which way, boys? Grab a seat. Come and sit. That was number 2.
Alright, rain's here. Luckily not very heavy yet, but yeah, good move parking the car over here. And that signifies the end of today's outdoor activities. Well and truly lunchtime now, so I'm going to maybe get back to where I was this morning and just sit up on top of the hill there so I can at least look at the water and see if I can get a parking spot. Might be a popular spot. Still working through a batch of food that I made up a couple of days ago. This is my 3rd day. Got one more to go. Nice and easy though. I like that. Cook once every 4 days, and I'm not fussy. I don't need a massive variety on food. I prefer ease of eating over variety of eating. Well, that was something weird. The tanker just going out there. Okay, very small on the GoPro lens, unfortunately, but helicopter just landed on the deck and then took off. Maybe it had the port pilot in there or something. It'd be pretty chaotic weather to be landing a helicopter on a ship in this wind. Like, it's blowing a gale out there, and the ocean's not all that smooth. I just had to do some grocery shopping, and I was like a little bit in from the ocean, so I thought I'd come and have a look at this Throsby Creek Boardwalk. I'm guessing it's a boardwalk through the mangroves. This would be the Throsby Creek. Looks like there's parkland all the way along here and a running track or whatever. I wouldn't really say it's all that beautiful in here. Anyway, something to do. So to make that boardwalk even less of a point going there, had to walk through a dog park to get to it. And there was just crap everywhere. It was disgusting. Anyway, I'm heading back to a little boat ramp I saw on the creek down here, and I might scope that out as a place to stay tonight. We'll see. Not the only one. I'll just stop right next to the sign that says no camping permitted. Anyway. It doesn't seem to bother anyone around here. There's just so many places where I've seen those signs, and you know, there's like dozens of vans parked there, so I don't know. Even that spot where I was down by the ocean there, up on that hillside, it's only a 4-hour parking area. I rode my bike through there yesterday morning, like 8 o'clock in the morning, and there was about 3 or 4 vans that haven't moved since then, so a pleasant enough sort of spot. How are you guys? What are you doing? And views down to the Newcastle CBD. If you can look past the bridge. Something slightly different for my lunch/dinner. For those that don't know, I swap over my lunch and dinner meals, so I have a bigger meal bigger meal at lunchtime and then just do something small, like usually a toasted sandwich at dinner time, just for ease and convenience. And anyway, got myself some wraps today. I thought I'd try something a little bit different. Alright, sun's going down, so I'm probably going to go radio silent again. Just being in one of those spots where I try not to draw too much attention to myself. Although, with half a dozen other vans, what's the point? Anyway, I will just do my usual, eat my sandwich for dinner, and sit around watching the sun go down, and then sleep. So anyway, catch up with you in the morning, and we'll see where I am. Maybe I'll stay here, I don't know. It's about 9:30. It's raining. It's quite loud as well. Anyway, might be a rough night's sleep. We'll see how we get on. Hopefully it rains itself out tonight, and then we have good weather tomorrow. Alright, so just got out of the shower. Bit of an early start this morning. The boat ramp that I parked in was pretty good all night. There was a party or a club or something close by. You could hear music, but it wasn't very loud, so it didn't bother me that much. Someone pulled up right next to me. There were lots of people there by the end of the night. Heaps of vans turned up, so probably about 8 vans in total, I'd say. But someone did pull up right next to me, like, metre away beside me, which was fine. But at 5 AM, this guy decides to start up his engine. I don't know why. So it was probably about 5 to 5. By about 15:15, he hadn't turned it off. So I thought, well, fine, I'm going to go since you've woken me up already. So I've come down into the centre of Newcastle, down at the Spit here. And you can see that this is clearly a very popular spot for people to be parking their vans overnight. Anyway, as you may have also seen from that, it's still looking pretty grey and wet, and it's likely to rain again today for quite a bit of the day. I've got some domestic chores that need to be done, so I'm going to probably... I'll grab some water first. I had a very lukewarm shower this morning because yesterday I did hardly any driving, so my hot water didn't heat up much, if at all. So it was still warm, but yeah, not hot. I like a hot shower. Anyway, so today I'll top up my water. There's actually a tap very close to here on the main road, so nothing like doing it way out in public, but hey, why not? Actually don't know many taps around this area. There were some at the fish cleaning station at that boat ramp I was at, but fish cleaning stations are pretty grotty taps, especially when they're going into my tanks, and I do actually drink some of that water as well. So yes, top up the water. Probably need to empty my toilet, definitely. It's been a week. And I should do some laundry, so it's going to be some of my day, but it is crappy weather, so why not? There we go, unconveniently placed tap. Not exactly discreet, but hey, that turned out to be a moist exercise. Just as I started feeling it started raining. Yeah, not the best of days. Definitely an appropriate day for doing laundry, so I'm going to head straight to a laundromat now, even though it's only 7:45 in the morning, and we'll get that underway. An hour of quality time sitting on the side of the road waiting for my washing to be done. At least I got a spot right out the front of the laundromat. That's pretty good. And it's been raining a lot. It's been pouring down. It's ridiculous. At least that one had proper dryers. The one that I went to in Wyong a few weeks back, the dryers were just like domestic dryers. I had to pay for like a double drying session. Ended up costing a fortune because, like $6 for each dry. But anyway, this one's pretty good. It was, what was it, $9 for a wash and $8 for a dry, so reasonable price. A little bit more expensive than some have been to. Usually I get it all done for about $14. It's getting a little bit foggy in here. I just cracked this vent open just a touch, and the back one the same. Just open that up a little bit and turn the fan on the back one, and it's just sucking a little bit of air through, and that's defogged everything. Well, now my laundry's done. The rain has stopped, which is it's a bit of a bonus. Sun's starting to sneak out a little bit. It's really wet. It rained a lot. Anyway, I'm going to go up to York Drive over on the headland there and see if I can see any animals in the water. Actually, that little bridge up there, I haven't been on that yet because it basically says no bikes.
300 metres.
There we go. Nice high spot. Better have a real quick look on this bridge because I reckon it's going to start raining again soon. So I believe it's some sort of ANZAC memorial bridge. Views over the city. Interesting rock formation along here. Try and hold the camera still, but the bridge shakes as people go past. So there's a serious rock ledge down underneath this headland here, and it looks pretty big. Looks like there's quite a few pools and things. I've got to get down there at low tide. Low tide's not till about 3:30 this afternoon, so I might see if I can get down there if it's not raining. Next challenge for the day is emptying my toilet. Obviously there's no dump points that I'm aware of around here, so I'm going to have to just go into a public toilet and empty it out there. It's never comfortable doing that. You just feel awkward walking in with this big white box in your hand. Anyway, people stare. So hopefully I can find a toilet where there's not too many people around. I'm just going into this, what is it, York Drive, which runs down by the water again. There is a toilet block there, so I'll check it out. Checking out the view from the safety of my van. Raining again. Raining again. The sun was out 15 seconds ago. It's 11:30. I will have lunch maybe in half an hour at 12 o'clock. Yeah, bit of a slow day. But what to do when the weather's bad? You find somewhere nice and sit here and stare at the view. Even though it's sort of hard to see for all the rain. Hey, rain stopped. It's raining again. Alright, sun's out. So finally I think we've got a decent sized break in the weather. One thing I want to do is go down and have a look at the lighthouse. It's only open on Saturdays and Sundays apparently, so let's whip down there. It's 1:30, low tide is at 2:39, because I really want to get down to that rock shelf as well and have a bit of a walk around there. But let's see how we go. I can always do that tomorrow. So there's the old lighthouse up on top of the heads there. Hopefully it's open. It's actually a long way to walk if it's not open. He's put my big jacket on. It's actually really hot in the sun. Since we're here, better go for a walk out into the breakwater. I actually rode my bike out here a few days ago, but I didn't bring the camera with me. I wasn't planning on taking any footage, but it was actually a really good ride. Not looking so sunny behind me anymore. I may get wet on the way back. Somebody appreciates those shots of the ship going out, because I'm going to get very wet now. There we go, one rain-coated lens just to share the experience. There we go, time to get a towel. Very wet. So since I filled up my water this morning, I really haven't driven much, and therefore my hot water tank is still cold. So I've got to get the van hot, and then I've got to drive long enough to heat up 80 odd litres of water. And that's probably going to take me about half an hour in total. Now, I was toying with the idea of going up to Nelson Bay. That's about an hour away, so I might combine the two, and I'll just start driving up the Nelson Bay now. They'll have nice hot water by the time I get there, and then I can spend the next couple of days wandering around up there, having a look at a few beaches and things, and going into the national park, and I don't know, see what else is there. So there's one particular walk I want to do, and that's out along this little spit. It's only open at low tide because it goes underwater at high tide, out to an island and up to a lighthouse up on the far end there. So that should be fun. I'm really keen to go and do that. I'll ride my bike around there a few times as well and just see what's generally around in town. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it for Newcastle for now. I like it here. I like Newcastle. It's quite a beautiful place. There's a lot to see and everything, but it's cold and wet, and that's getting a bit miserable. So time to move on to another town, and I'll probably come back here in a few days or so anyway, once I've had enough of Nelson Bay. So I'm going to drop this video off here, and I will pick you up again on a new video once I get up in Nelson Bay and have some exciting stuff to share from there. So thanks for watching as always, and I will catch you soon in the next video. See ya.